Thanks, Kate.
Dude, Gawk just brought up something in chat that's like freaking like PTSD. Remember that episode of Top Clack when you were learning about programming in QMK? Oh my god. Okay, so a few whom like I mentioned earlier, I used to be a part of the show called Top Clack. I mean, there's still a show. I don't know why I'm saying in past tense. I used to be a part of a show called Top Clack. And obviously I'm not a programmer. Okay,
mappers.
I work in the technically I work in the construction industry. No need to touch programming at all. My co-host Brian, he also doesn't know any programming. He works in service and entertainment industry basically. And we had Jack, aka Jack Humbert of OLKB, and we had Zach, aka Scully Dazed of Clueboards, who are really involved in the QMK community, and they tried to walk us through how to program a keyboard with QMK, and this was before QMK config, right?
Yeah, so this was before Toolbox and config.
No, Toolbox just came out, so Toolbox was available, but not QMK config, right? And like, literally, I could tell everything was gonna go to shit when Jack and Scully told me, "Hey Huey, so head to the QMK GitHub," and I said, "What's GitHub?" Both of their faces were like, "Oh no, what did we get ourselves into?"
Dude, I mean, it's no real talk. That's the reality. Some people don't know. That's the reality.
Like I said, I don't come from any kind of technology or programming or coding background at all. I work in construction, for goodness sake, right? Why should I know what a GitHub is? And at that point, they realized the community, a lot of people are just like me.
Yeah.
It took 3 hours, and we barely were able to program a few keys. It was pretty rough. Like,
oh yeah, better than OTD though.
Better than
Icon. Says,
remember Icon? Remember Icon Lightning? Remember having to install Windows XP to program your keyboard?
Gotta put it in Korean.
And with the Korean language pack. If you didn't have Service Pack 2 Korean language pack, you had to download that online, switch your XP install to Service Pack 2 Korean.
No arrow keys, brother. No arrow keys.
I'm curious why Korean programmers like forced it to that. Like you needed to change your locale. Like there has to
be. It's because in Korea, Internet Explorer and Windows are pretty much exclusively used. Like that's all they like. No one uses any other no one uses Unix-based environment stuff, and also every computer is in Korean, and so like no one really like people basically like the people who made it don't really speak English or know English at all, so they didn't bother with that part. I mean. The keyboards were made to be only sold in Korea, so, and like a lot of the older, a lot of the older stuff wasn't even meant to be sold outside until like the Corsa. I think.
I remember when I wanted to dock one of the, I wanted specifically a Duck V2, which I didn't get. But when I did want one, it was crazy because a lot of Korean sellers were like, no, I don't want it. This is like a Korea only port. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? Why would you put this for sale then? Is that a Viper?
The Viper V2, yeah.
Ooh, that's a sexy board.
Look, I even have my old school sticker on it.
Oh
man! Were you in Linear Gang?
His first slaps, his switch slaps. My first custom keyboard build, like for actually pretty much ever, was a Duck Eagle V2, and so I actually learned O2D pretty quickly.